the theme of today's story. It's time.
Everybody just calm down.
Our story of the day is The Skunk Who Couldn't Smell. Whoa! Let's dive on in. Woo. What's that smell? Smellarella Skunkerton always knew she was unique, but she didn't quite know why. After all, she looked like all the skunks she knew. She liked to eat fruit and dig for bugs just like them. And when she was scared, her skunk spray came out like the other skunks did too. Whoa! Still, Smellarella knew something about her wasn't quite the same. One day, Smellarella and her siblings came home from school to find their mom baking. It smells so good in here, her sister Sadie declared. Yum! Fresh bread, her brother Sneaky Pete added. Smellarella stuck her nose in the air and took a few sniffs. What were they talking about? She couldn't smell anything. Curious Smellarella held a loaf of piping hot bread to her nose. Why can't I smell this? She wondered. Whoa. Oh man, Smellarella can't smell. Hey Busy, what are things that you don't like to smell? Oh man, Mr. Billy, I don't like the smell of your cooking. Hey, you sure do be eating it. I sure do, Mr. Billy, because the bees got to eat. The next day, Smellarella raced home from school ahead of her siblings. Her mom had promised to make chocolate chip cookies and she couldn't wait to smell them. Smellarella sped into the kitchen and saw the warm cookies sitting on the counter. Closing her eyes, she took a big sniff. Smellarella's eyes popped open with shock. She couldn't smell the cookies either. Oh no! But maybe, was it possible the cookies simply had no smell? Quite possible. Wow, Smellarella can't smell cookies. I love chocolate chip cookies. I love them too, Mr. Billy. But I remember the other day when you burnt them, it smelled real crispy. Hey, everybody just calm down. That thought didn't last long. The other Skunkertons quickly piled into the kitchen, raving about how delicious the chocolate chip cookies smell. Smellarella felt her stomach tie itself in knots. And she couldn't smell the cookies. She couldn't smell the bread. What else was she missing? Grabbing her journal, Smellarella headed outside to investigate. Grass? No. Flowers? Uh-oh. Pink? Not a chance. Smellarella was starting to feel desperate. She even tried spraying the dog, but she couldn't smell that either. Though by the look on the dog's face, he sure could. Smellarella headed home, anxious to talk to her mom, but as she opened the door, she remembered her mom was working. What's wrong? Sneaky Pete asked. You look upset. I have a problem, Smellarella confessed. I can't smell. Whoa. Sneaky Pete raised an eyebrow. You can't smell? Who's ever heard of a skunk who can't smell? This I got to see. Sneaky Pete blindfolded Smellarella and put her through a sneaky smell test. What food am I holding? Sneaky Pete asked. Smellarella took a deep breath. I don't know, she said with a shrug. Sneaky Pete was sure Smellarella was lying, but how could he prove it? Gathering his siblings together, he asked them to find the stinkiest items around. Before Smellarella knew it, she was being asked to smell moldy cheese, sweater signs, rotten eggs, and Sneaky Pete's weak old gym shorts. All my little ones say, ew. Smellarella was growing impatient. Enough! She shouted, I can't smell anything. Ooh, man, that moldy cheese and them gym socks reminded me of Busy when he uses the bathroom. Hey, Mr. Busy, hey, that's profit matter, man. Hey. Sneaky Pete still wasn't convinced, and he had a sneaky trick up his sleeve to prove Smellarella was lying. He unscrewed the cap of a pepper shaker and shoved it up Smellarella's nose. As Smellarella breathed in, the pepper tickled her nose and made her sneeze. Wow, my little ones, can we do our achoo together? 1, 2, 3. Achoo! Let's see what happens next. Busted! The Skunkertons yelled in unison. You sneeze! That proves you can smell. Added Sneaky Pete. Tears streaked down Smellarella's face as her siblings danced around, chanting, Smellarella said she couldn't smell, but the pepper had a different tale to tell. She knew they would never believe her now. Oh. Just then, Mama Skunkerton came home from work. Seeing Smellarella's tears, she asked, what's wrong, honey? Smellarella sobbed. I tried smelling everything from cookies to grass, but I can't smell anything. She's lying! She sneezed at the pepper! Sneaky Pete shouted. She failed at my sneaky smell test. What's a sneaky smell test? Mama Skunkerton asked. Oh, let's see what happens. They made me smell all sorts of stinky stuff, like moldy cheese and sweaty socks. I couldn't smell any of it. Then they put pepper under my nose, and when I sneezed, they all said I was lying. Mama Skunkerton wiped away Smellarella's tears. Smellarella, she said, pepper makes you sneeze because it tickles your nose, not because of the smell. I believe you, and I promise we'll get to the bottom of this. A few days later, Doc Dickens looked over Smellarella's nose. Grass, cookies, molded cheese. You really know how to conduct a proper experiment, he said. But I have a few tests of my own to run. They may help me figure out what's going on. Whoa. First, we will start by taking a look up here, Dr. Rivers explained, poking around in Smellarella's nose. I think we need a deeper look. Smellarella, Doc Dickens said. I know what is wrong with you. Smellarella practically jumped off the exam table. Really? What is it? You don't have an olfactory bulb, stated Doc Dickens. Smellarella touched her nose gingerly. And oh, what? She asked. Doc Dickens chuckled, then explained, an olfactory bulb. It's what helps your brain distinguish smells. You were born without one. Wow. But if I was born without it, that means you have never been able to smell, interrupted Doc Dickens. Not even as a little baby skunk. You just didn't notice until someone brought it up. Wow. On the drive home, Smellarella looked sadly out the window. The world was full of smells, but not for her. She wondered, what else was she missing out on? Suddenly, Sneaky Pete pointed at Stinkerina's shoulder and shouted, Spider! Spider! Stinkerina turned and saw a giant, creepy spider. Before she knew it, she accidentally skunked the whole van. Stinkerina! Sneaky Pete groaned, sticking his head out the window to avoid the smell. It was just a toy spider. Ugh, this smells so bad. Wow. Hey, Busy, are you scared of spiders? No, Mr. Billy, they taste real good. Hey, I didn't know you eat spiders. I sure do. They are delicious. Watching her family, Smellarella started to smile. She couldn't smell bread or cookies, but she also didn't have to smell Sneaky Pete's weak old gym shorts or Stinkerina's skunk spray. Maybe having no sense of smell wasn't all that bad. Smellarella grabbed her journal to make one final note. I always knew I was unique, and now I know why. The end. Yay! Oh man, Busy. Whew, that was a smelly story. Almost thought that was you, Busy the Bee. Oh man, Mr. B, I'm so fresh and so clean. Mr. Billy, I love that story. I love it. Don't forget to subscribe to 3 King Fitness. Oh, hold up, Busy. We gotta give a special shout out. Give him a special shout out. Special shout out to Sarah McCormick and Michael Smith. Whoa! Please support your local independent authors. They love bringing stories to life, Mr. Billy. I got this because I am fresh. Whoa! Don't forget, subscribe to 3 King Visions on YouTube. We appreciate all the support. Until next time, goodbye.
3 King Visions.